Welcome to the TAO of Data. What is data? It's the first question that I want to go over, and I want to talk about who's gathering it, why they might want it. So there's a little trend that's been happening over the last 30 years in Silicon Valley. This trend is called software is eating the world. We took analog data, which was mostly recorded actually offline, and we've been putting it online. Now that makes it easier to store, easier to process, easier to share, but there's a handful of companies that are gathering this data. Now what I want to do is actually read you a list of the data that's being gathered from the average smartphone. The average smartphone user has about 80 apps. So I'm going to read through this list. You'll get an idea of what data really is today. So let's start with financial apps. Things like Robinhood, PayPal, Venmo. They are getting personal identification information. So things like name, address, date of birth, social security, pretty standard stuff. Financial information, bank account numbers, transaction history, your credit score, your credit history, device information, location, usage data, user preferences, and security details.
Personal demographic information.
Contact information, email and phone number, content shared, photos, videos, comments, and likes. Network information like your friends, your followers, your connections, communication metadata, so on WhatsApp or FaceTime, the call activities that you participate in, causes that you're subscribed to, places that you donate money, the geolocational data, where you go out, what your daily schedule is like, what time you might drop the kids off, what time you might have lunch, where you have lunch,
Videos that you do watch, say a lot of.
So I say all this to say, what is data? Data is different than what we think it is. Data is everything you do. It's the life you live in all of its complexity and all of its granularity. And we are increasing ways right now to process through that information, to profile you, to figure out who you are, what you like, where you go, where your kids go to school, what groceries you eat, all of that stuff.
Why do they want it?
And we have to understand why they might want this data. We'll get into that in future episodes.
TAO of Data.